It's the country's #1 RVing radio show, sponsored by RVTravel.com, with your host, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman.
And welcome, everybody. You are tuned in to the show that will make you a whole lot smarter RVer. And a smart RVer is a happier camper. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, and we're going to get right into it today. We have got, well, here's the deal. We got one big holiday weekend left this summer, and for many RVers, it's going to be their last one of their mini vacations. My question is this: how's your AC working in your RV in this summertime heat? Seriously, how's it doing? Is it keeping you cool in the blazing heat? Well, if you love RVing, but you hate being uncomfortable, we have some ideas to keep you cooler in your RV, which means a cool person, well, is a comfortable person. To talk a little bit about the topic of RV air conditioners and hopefully to give you a couple of tips, let's run on over to College Station, Texas, home of the fighting Texas Aggies, and bring up Mr. Billy Graff. Hey, Billy, y'all been busy this summer?
Hello, Alan. How are you?
Doing
yes,
good.
We've been very busy.
I know you have. Now, Billy, folks, he is the service department manager there at RV Station. He is the guy that really sees everything in the way of repairs, and he oversees the crew over there that makes things right. So, Billy, I imagine that one of the most common problems RVers have right now is just trying to stay cool in their RV. Talk to me about that.
Well, it is super hot, and that is a main concern. A couple of things that people can do is there's vent insulators that they can put in their vents. They're very easy to put in. Just push up in the vents with the reflective material going up.
That's like the little pillow, right? The little 3-inch or 4-inch pillow with the looks like aluminum foil on one side.
Correct.
Yeah. But before we tell me about the things that can help keep us cool, are most RVs, are they adequately air conditioned? Do they have big enough AC units, enough AC units as it is? Or not? I mean, in general.
I mean, they do. The AC units are the one we order most of our units here with 2 air conditioners on them already, which are 13.5 BTU and a 15,000 BTU.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've heard that some RVs, you know, that a manufacturer, even a dealer, can lower the price by $1,000 or maybe sometimes a little bit more by just installing one AC unit, and it's okay until you need it, right?
Well, it's okay until you're moving around the country and there's different temperatures everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, here it's pretty hot here.
So we can stuff that little pillow, if you will, up inside where the vent fan is, and also, you know, one of those Max Air vent fans, I guess, and it's a good exhaust fan as well to get that heat out when you first get to the campground.
Yeah, because if you can get the temperature down before you turn the air conditioners on, it's gonna help that much better.
All right. So before we talk about AC units themselves, what kind of maintenance things do I need to be doing with my AC on the RV, or is there anything, you know, they just run on their own?
Well, the number one thing we see is dirty AC filters. You know, people just forget about them. They don't clean them. They can be washed in the sink. Once they're dry, they can be reinstalled. Because if you don't clean the filter, then the dust just goes up into the coils, and then it causes the unit not to work correctly.
So it's operator error. It's what we're making the AC. We're just handicapping it by not cleaning the filters and letting the coils get all dirty. Can I clean the coils myself?
You can. I mean, it's recommended to bring it to a dealer where they can take it off and clean the filters. It doesn't take but about an hour to get everything clean. A customer can do it on their own. It just has to be shown how to do it.
Okay. So what about window tinting? Is that a pretty good idea? I see a lot of people with tinted windows, and there must be a reason for it.
Well, all of the new RVs are going to come with tinted windows. So if somebody doesn't have that on their unit, I would recommend them tinting the windows for sure.
But could you tint on top of that? Would that help any or not really?
I would recommend using the cut to fit solar insulated foil, and you can put that on the inside with Velcro, which that's a foil, and then now you have a shade on the other side, tinted on the outside. It's going to help a lot.
What about things like cooking? Even in my house, my sticks and bricks home, when I'm cooking in the kitchen, the whole house heats up. In an RV, it just magnifies that. If you have to cook, I guess that's one of the good things about an outdoor kitchen.
Definitely is a good idea. If people can plan their meals around cooking outside, it'll make all the difference in the world if they just take all the cooking heat outside.
In terms of air conditioners, I am like an Eskimo. I got to have it cold. I like a cold room, a cold house, a cold RV. If I were to swap out and get a larger AC unit, a Big Mac Daddy with a lot of BTUs, is that a good idea? Is it not? Tell me the pros and cons of doing that.
Well, your main air conditioner is going to be a 15,000 BTU. Now, the 13,500 BTU would be in your bedroom, which is a smaller area, so you don't want to put a bigger air conditioner in the bedroom because it's going to cycle on and off, and then eventually cause the unit to freeze up.
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying about cycling on. Go ahead.
So in the bedroom, if you put a bigger air conditioner in there, it's a smaller area, and the cold air is going to go into the return and cause the unit to freeze up because it's such a small area in there. So putting a bigger unit's not going to help you. It's going to cause more problems.
That makes sense. Now it makes sense because the return air has to do something. When the return air is too cold, then the coils freeze up and you're in trouble.
Correct.
Okay. What if I'm a cheapskate? And by the way, I am. I don't like to spend a lot of money, and I want to get an extra AC. I want you guys to put an AC on my RV. Are there any ways you can do it that can save me a little bit of money? Talk to me about that.
Well, if you have a 30-amp service and you're wanting to add a second air conditioner, you would have to run a separate line for a 110 power plug to run that second air conditioner, which would actually save you a little bit of money because we're not having to upgrade the power in the RV to a 50-amp service.
So when I get to the campground, I just plug the thing into the power pedestal, and it's not wired into the RV.
Correct. You'll have your 30-amp plug that goes into the pedestal, and then most of your RV parks are going to have a 20-amp circuit where you can plug a regular extension cord in there that will run the second air conditioner.
I've even seen some people, a friend of mine has actually got one of these portable AC units that he bought at Home Depot, that he's done that kind of thing inside. Just he moves it around. He's got a vent going out the window. That way he didn't even have to cut a hole on top. My fear and concern is always every single hole that you've got going through the roof of your RV is another potential future leak. So talk to me about how do you guys seal those AC units to make sure that they stay water resistant? Tight, so they don't have a leak.
Well, the AC units don't have any sealant around them at all. They're going to have a rubber seal on the bottom of them that is compressed down to keep the water from going in the RV. All your vents and everything like that is the only thing that's going to have sealant on it. So your air conditioners don't typically leak.
In terms of climbing up on top of the roof of my RV, I know we're talking about trying to stay cool, but climbing up on the roof of my RV, are there some, besides the obvious thing, don't fall off and have a good sturdy ladder, are there some things to note where, if you look at the window of an airplane, it says, don't step here? Are there the same kind of places on the roof of some RVs that you better not put your weight on?
Most of the time you can travel around up there, no problem. There's not any one spot you shouldn't stand. On the vents, seals, and stuff like that has sealant on it, I wouldn't recommend stepping on that.
How long does it take if I bring my RV into you guys at RV Station, if I want y'all to check the AC to make sure it's performing at its maximum, how long does that take? I guess I need to make an appointment, or?
Just give us a call on an air conditioner. We'll try to work you in through the schedule. And then it takes about an hour.
All right, listen, we are up against a break. Thank you, Mr. Mr. Service Department Manager. I appreciate you very much, okay? We'll talk again.
Thank you.
All right,
Have a good
thanks
day.
much. All right, folks, that's our buddy from RV Station, Mr. Billy Graff. I've got to get my brains together here. We're going to break, right, Goose? All right, check them out, rvstation.com. I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, back right after this.